What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about virtuals today at the request of CC Mando. We're doing this for you, my friend. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. Here we are at about $1.30 right now. Taking a plunge today, down 12%. That's fine, man. I mean, that's okay. The average coin isn't dumping like this today. You are, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, the average coin didn't just pump from 41 cents to $1.88. I think you're fine, virtuals. Okay, this is what you call standard volatility. This is the repercussions of being overbought and performing very dominantly over the past week and a half, 2 weeks. This is the standard procedure from that, right? You probably go lower. Being here at $1.30, I think it's no small conclusion to deduce that you will go down to about $1.06. I think that a lot of people would expect that you bounce off $1, but I'm going to do you one better. I think you bounce just above $1. It's pretty common with the 382 from a low to a high to wick just below it and then come up and you close above it. So you might get that, but with these kind of strong endeavors, oftentimes I do look for a direct bounce off that 382. So $1.30 now, very convinced that we would bounce off $1.06. Although to be fair, the last couple of times, there's two coins that I'm looking at right now that I counted on bouncing off their 382, and they both actually went below their 382. So there's a bit of a new craze in the air that says you don't respect the 382 as much, but maybe you do in this case, right? Aside from that, if that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. I'm talking in tongues. We're at $1.30 now. I really do believe that $1.06 or somewhere around there, just above $1, just below $1, it's coming. If you go just below $1, look at this right here, right from a low closing price. That right there is right at like 97 cents. I mean, you might bounce right there, but anything around a 97-cent price, $1.06, $1.10 price, whatever, that's where I think you're going to go. 4-hour time frame, looking at this here at the RSI, you've just gotten into the oversold zone, right, over the last day. I don't think that it stops here. I think it's just beginning, but I do expect some turbulence, some volatility along the way. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if from here, you could see a move up that took you back to like $1.60, and then you continue to move down. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. As long as you're below $1.60, I'm not convinced that this thing's going higher, right? At least not right now. Inevitably it will, yes, but lower first. Just because you wick above $1.60, that's not what I'm talking about. You have to close 2 4-hour candles in a row above $1.60, and then I'll be convinced that you're not going lower. Until then, any move up, hell, go to $1.80, wick up there, and then close below $1.60 in that same 4-hour. You're still going down. It's still a lower high. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if you bounce from this area though. Oh man, but that 1 hour looks pretty bad. Yeah, you're probably gonna go down. Let's see. Let's look at this here. What about on Bybit? We have it right here, Bybit. Picking up volume as you're coming down. Hold on. Oh man, that's what I get for eating peanuts. You ever eat peanuts and then try to give a speech? They might choke you out, man. Whew. Do not eat peanuts or popcorn before a speech. Same concept. Yeah, I think you bounce here. I think you're going to bounce here. By the time most of you watch this, virtuals will probably be up somewhere between here and $1.60. I doubt you go to $1.60. My expectation would be maybe $1.40, at the most $1.50. But if you go to $1.60 and reject there, woohoo, whatever, you're probably going to go lower still. The overall expectation between now and the coming days is that virtuals doesn't stop until it's closer to about $1. I'm thinking you find support just above there, around $1.06. That's what we're thinking. And inevitably, virtuals protocol, virtuals, whatever it is, you are on your way to dramatically higher prices. What is virtuals price right now? Virtuals or market cap, sorry, not price. 851. Yeah, you got some growth left in you, man. High to low here, $1.30 now. I mean, it really wouldn't surprise me if by the end of June, let's see. Yeah, dude, you're going. I think you're going to be worth $10.20 by the end of June. End of June, first week of July, $10.20. That's inevitably the path you're on. You're just finding some standard volatility here. Going from your golden ratio down to your 382. Perfectly normal behavior. That 382 is at $1.09. We got targets at $1.06, so perfect. Perfectly normal behavior. Yeah, you look really constructive. I think over the coming weeks, by the end of May, we could be at prices that are above a $3 price, $3.86 price. Could be the end of May, if not very early June, but end of June, man, $10, $10.20. If not higher That's the expectation. I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Take care of yourselves. And yeah, if I was looking to buy some virtuals, I'd probably wait. I would definitely not get excited on this next move up. I would definitely just wait, maybe like a day or two. Just wait a day or two, or at least a week, or not at least a week, at most a week, something like that. But I would expect when you see prices below like $1.15, it's probably time to start considering to buy. You know, $1.15, $1.10. $1.05, but you're pushing it. You're pushing your luck at that. If you get prices below $1.06, understand the way that I talk and the way that I'm going to get big here for a second so I can get in your face. The way that I speak and the way that any technical analyst speaks on YouTube, if they say that the price is going to go down to whatever price, the real expectation, or at least what they would be doing then, is likely they're going to put their buy orders above that price, right? They're not going to buy, if the expectation is to go to $10,000, $100, whatever it is, they're not going to put their buy orders in at that price. They're going to put them in a little bit higher, at least if they're good. Because if not, if you put them lower, the TA is accurate, well, good. The TA should be accurate. You know what I mean? Or at least ideally it would be. And then if you got buy prices below there, it's not going to hit. So if I'm calling for $1.06, that equates to, that's translated to, I would buy at $1.10 to $1.20, you know, or $1.10 to $1.15, right? Does that make sense? At least that's my style. And I think that's how it should be translated for any analyst, any YouTuber, any speculator out there. I got nothing else for you guys, though. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. All right, take it easy. Bye-bye.